So with the stronger solution, today I decided I'd clean up the 4 bolts that I showed you the other day from this bike. I took them out and I cleaned them up, and now I'm trying to anodize them with this copper wire, and at the moment it's not looking much different, to be honest with you, but we'll see what way they come out. So I went inside into the house and I had a mug of tea and I came back out, and one thing I have noticed is that the reaction isn't as strong as it was the last couple of days. It's a little weaker, but you'll see that the copper wire is now all covered in nickel. So I'm going to pull these out now and we'll see how we got on. So you'll see the results of this one, which is probably the one that's turned out the best. You can see that the pitting's still in it, it's not perfect, and the nickel doesn't seem to like sticking to the pitting that much and rust, so you have to make sure that your bolts are immaculately clean to do this. I mean, you can see the pitting in this, it has stuck to some of it. I think it's the best results I've had so far. I mean, that's perfectly usable, and I mean, if you put it to the bolt I was comparing it to yesterday on the bike, brand new, I mean, that's good. Like, pitting lets it down a bit, but what can you do? This is probably the worst one. You can see the pitting in it. Not much you can do about pitting, so I can't fault it. It's done okay. So I've decided now. I tried to do this one yesterday and I thought that it did get some nickel on it, but you can see that it's pretty dull, and so I'm going to try and do this again, and I'll tell you the reason why. Yesterday when I done this, I was only using one of these anodes, and I doubled up this time, and it seems to work better when it's doubled up. Seems to just more nickel flying around the place or something, I don't know, but it seemed to work better this time. That's probably the best results I've had so far, plus it's a stronger mixture, obviously. So I'm going to try this one and we'll see how we get on in this washer. So wish me luck. This one out just to check and see how we're getting on. It does appear to be some on it. It's not very bright. And I mean, the other ones that I'd done there a while ago, I had give a good run with a brass brush on the drill. This I did nothing to because it was already clean enough, but just shows you might need that little rub with the drill. But I'm going to give this a little brush with the brass brush now and see how it cleans up, and hit it with a bit of anodizing, and then I'll get back to you, which is no story. So give me a minute. Well, after giving it a clean up, it definitely does look a lot better. But as I said, this bolt was pretty clean in the first place. I mean, it's not as shiny as the other ones, and the reason for that might be that this is a stainless steel bolt. I don't know, it's not original to the bike, I don't think. Somebody's just put it on, but the fact that it wasn't rusted or anything could suggest that it was a stainless steel bolt. But as you can see, it is quite clean and it looks good. So that's the results of that. Now I'm going to show you the difference in leaving it and not cleaning it at all, in just giving it a rub with a wire brush and giving it a rub with a wire wheel. So this one I didn't touch at all, but it was clean enough. You can see it's not very shiny, but it still took some. This one picked up nothing at all because I didn't clean it. See? No good. You don't clean it, it's no good. This one I cleaned with a wire brush. It took some. It's not very shiny. It'd do okay if you needed it to. And this one I cleaned with a wire wheel. You can see how good that is. I gave it a little brush with the brass brush when I finished up, and a little bit of aerosol, and you can see the difference. So there you go.